is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now a handoff looking right. And a solid run down inside the 30.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
Now they try the right side here. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back.
Let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
Back to throw now on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. But he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over, 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 over.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this is complete to Zach Miller. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And the Browns getting set to go. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you. A huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll set up to throw. Looking deep for Hilton. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And now back out comes the offense. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
On second down, Freeman. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Fighting his way through contact. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. He got 29 yards that time.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Dorian O'Daniel, 3rd-round pick in 2018, made the tackle.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. A first throw for the backup Foles. That's complete right around the 8. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Now a first carry for their fullback. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Here's Foles. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
13.
Now Foles. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And it's a fumble. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
Foles. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They'll set up a throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this 1st half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
That was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And a good. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And a return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
So now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Two minutes to go here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. He'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one is right through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And that one is his 2nd fumble loss. It's not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Leap, and he fires one that's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go, 368.
Got to be careful here. Dalton. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
368. Here we go, 368.
To throw from his end zone. Dalton. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on here to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. This is a pretty good kick. Pulled in at the 24. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this one complete to Julius Thomas. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
The give to the fullback on the dive. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. It's a quarterback sneak. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. Now this time he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Josh Morrow on the stop.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll go with a keeper. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Well, here, analysts talk about a quarterback's wingspan, almost like a forward in basketball. But here's where it pays to have a long reach. They find a slight opening and are able to stick the ball forward to pick up first downs.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They've gone to the fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And they give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. He's going to get it running right. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's not even going to get past the line of scrimmage. Brought down right at the 4. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
To throw here, Dalton. It's hauled in by Torrey Smith. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Wide Open receiver complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the 2nd half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4th quarter, holding on to a lead, fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. He'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. And they just about had to get that recovery to have any chance. They only have 1 timeout. You look at the clock, and let's do the math here, Charles. This one's pretty much over.
Yeah, we do have a chart here, don't we, that tells us about the timeouts.
You do. I'm not as smart as you.
And in looking at it, you're exactly right. Chart's not going to help them here at all. They're pretty much done at this stage. They had to have that recovery.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee.